Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So we're in Nakusp, British Columbia, and we're just traveling on Highway 6 here. So we're on the kind of the southeastern side of Nakusp, and we're going to drive down to McDonal Creek Provincial Park. But first we're going to go right through Nakusp, right through the downtown core and that. So we're going to drive west here for a little bit, then we join up with Highway 23. So Highway 6 and 23 kind of intersect. There's a little gas station and stuff there. I'll stop there, get some fuel. Nakusp is on Upper Arrow Lakes in the Kootenay region of British Columbia. I guess it's the West Kootenays. I think you can bypass the town if you turn left back there. Well, the downtown core anyway. Nakusp is one of the bigger towns in the area. Pretty much have everything here. Grocery stores, hardware stores, hospital. There's lots of camping in the area. There's a couple of hot springs just north of here if you return to the right and we join up with Highway 23. If you go up that way, there's one right on the highway called Halcyon Hot Springs, but there's also a kind of a public recreational kind of on a Forest Service road, just no charge kind of a thing. Wild hot spring, I guess we call it. So here's the gas station. I'm gonna stop here real quick, get some fuel. Those are the fuel prices in beginning of October. That would be 2021. So I'm filming this in the first week of October. So if you go to the right here, that's Highway 23. That's going to head north to those hot springs and eventually on to Galena Bay, Shelter Bay Ferry that goes across, and that's how you get up to Revelstoke. A lot of people take that route when they're on motorcycles, and it's a nice little drive and stuff. Really good highway. So this is Highway 6. And we're just going to go through town here. Nice little spot. There's, I don't know what the main industry is, maybe logging around here. I'm sure there's a little bit of everything, probably a lot of tourism as well. This area is very popular, I've mentioned before, with snowmobilers or sledding with big mountain sleds. Some nice places to camp in the area as well. Actually, where we'll be heading to the McDonal Creek Provincial Park. That's going to be a provincial campsite, and I'll drive through that and show you what that looks like in there. It's a pretty nice spot, right on the lake, and it's got a beach there and everything. Right in Nakusp, there's some few places where you can get down to the water, and there's like beaches and stuff down there. I'm sure there's probably parks right on the water as well, but lots of stuff to explore in the area. grocery store. Good place to stock up if you're camping in the area, traveling through and that. Also noticed that gas station that I stopped at there, it looked like they had a couple of car wash bays, and one of them was pretty big, so if you had an RV or something, that would be a good place. You could probably give it a hose off. Hardware store there. A few videos before this one, we went to Slocan Lake, and I was talking about the stern whalers on that lake. This is Upper Arrow Lake, the one that's right here at Nakusp, and this also had stern whalers on it back before the highways are in, and that's how they transported things up and down. And mining was also probably big in this area as well, I'm sure. And instead of heading south, a lot of them probably came this way, and then this connects up, goes south, kind of connects up with a lot of that area where the smelters are and that. A little bit rain here today, not too much, to see all it drop on the lens. So we're going to continue on in the next video, heading south down here a ways, and then we'll eventually be crossing over this lake on a ferry. Another one of the free ferries that's actually part of the Ministry of Transportation here in British Columbia. So you just kind of line up and wait for your turn, get on and scoot across. This one isn't as long as the one you take heading towards Revelstoke. So turnaround time's quicker. That one, I mentioned that one at the Galena and Shelter Bay area, that ferry that goes across there. I mentioned it runs like every hour, and I missed it by like a couple minutes, so I had to wait. But this one here, I think it's probably quicker than that, maybe every half hour or something. Could be wrong. Check into it. Don't take my word for it. Just going by memory. Nice time of year to travel through here because there's very little traffic, and yet everything's still open. So a lot of the things that close that are seasonal or whatever, like I don't know the campgrounds what their kind of season is when they'll close this provincial campground, but it's still open right now. And you know, there's no bugs or anything like you get in the summertime. So I don't know, September might be the perfect time to come here. So the whole way along here we're following the lake. The lake's on our right. Of course the trees are so thick you can't see them. Some places we'll get close to it, but yeah, it's just right to the right of us. Keep your eyes open for animals. This looks like one of the spots you usually see them on the sides of the road eating vegetation and that. I think because the forest's so thick here, you get a little bit of an opening and naturally the grasses grow, so they kind of tend to hang around those spots. But you can see anything: deer, bears, black bears, grizzly bears, probably moose, I would say, as well. So this is the turnoff for the provincial park right here. You can see the big sign, so it's pretty hard to miss. But there's a boat launch, a day use area, parking spots for that, and then there's also the camping area. Little sign there, a yellow sign that's warning of bears in the area and be bear aware and that sort of thing. Place like this, though, it's pretty good. You'll have like a camp host here and they'll let you know if there's anything in the area. Come around and let you know, but you never know what you're going to find. And because there's quite a good beach here, quite a long beach all the way down the lake, animals travel on that and nobody ever see them. They just pop up in the campground here. remember years ago I lived in Victoria, and right downtown by the Empress Hotel, near the Parliament buildings and that, there was a cougar there, and they figured it had walked up this shore from the more remote area, obviously, and came right up in town. So this is a little picture of the park. You can pause it if you want to look at it. Kind of gives you an idea of how many spots there are and how they're laid out. But you can always look for this stuff online too. Just search it. It's McDonal Creek Provincial Park, and I think it was $30 a night, but there's probably discounts for seniors, and maybe off peak times of the year it might be cheaper too. So, and it might go up, who knows, but so in that ballpark. But so I don't really know what's here. Probably flush toilets, at least one or two spots maybe in the park here, but other than that, probably everything would be really well looked after when it's a provincial park like this. A little roundabout at the end, so if you have got something you're towing or that, you don't have to bother trying to turn around. You can come in and drive right through. I think that gate back there is certain times of the year they'll maybe close off this part and try to keep people more concentrated so they're not spread out, or maybe they're doing some work down here, cutting out some trees that fall down in the winter. Yeah, I don't know what services are here as far as dump stations, water, and that. I don't know. I don't know if there's any power at any of the sites. I kind of doubt it, but there might be some dump station. There's some pretty big RVs in here, so pretty much bring anything in here, I think. This is the roundabout. Another one of those signs back there for the bears. It's one of the park facility operators going around cleaning things up and collecting fees, that sort of thing. You might be able to reserve a spot here as well. I'm sure that's an option. But we'll pull into one of these campsites here, but this is going to be pretty close to where we end it. And other than that, thanks for watching. And give it a like if you like this kind of thing, and subscribe. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. This looks like a good camping spot. Maybe I'll take it.